flying through it.
We have some marked absences tonight. Our illustrious city attorney called in, and he was feeling under the weather. And Chris Toll was going to try, but he called in, and he was unable to make it. So we've got. I appreciate them not sharing their diseases with us. And then Jim Riprogel is at his daughter's band concert tonight at McNair Central, and Sybil's son is starting for the first time in a basketball game tonight, so she didn't want to miss that. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. The minutes are in your packet. Are there any deletions, additions, corrections? If not, we'll let the minutes stand approved. The financials are in your packet, and I'll need a motion to approve those. Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second. Any discussion? If not, Ian, if you'll call the roll, please, ma'am.
John Pendleton.
Yes.
Paul Simpson.
Yes.
Edward Smith.
Yes.
John Smith.
Yes.
And the department head reports are in your packet, although if you've got any questions, you can talk to Richard or Anthony or Neil. That's about it.
I'll try to read it anyway.
Well, yeah, he'd like to.
In a New York meeting.
And with that, before we get started, Mr. Russell Engel is going to kind of give us a briefing, I guess, of what's going on in the chamber and kind of some of the activities that happen in our community this year. And I appreciate you coming.
Absolutely. A lot of good things going on. You guys have partnered and supported a great deal, many of them. First off, I don't want to forget, the Christmas trees that are lining Main Street. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's been a lot of attention that came to the community because of that. I know there have been an untold number of folks that I couldn't put an amount on that have visited, driven by, sent us emails at the office, and we just walked through town, last night or last weekend, and just walked around. They just thought it was beautiful that our out-of-county, out-of-town folks. I do think that when you get a chance, you need to say a special thank you to Teresa Robinson and Shannon Steph. That we kind of helped with some planning, but that was their idea, and we helped promote it. I was telling Mayor before the meeting, when we started promoting this event, it got picked up regionally by the Southwest Tourism Association. It got picked up by the Jackson Convention and Visitors Bureau, and it ended up getting picked up by the state tourism office, and they promoted it for us all over the state. This time of year, a lot of people like to go around and just see lights. I know before I came to the meeting, I drove up and down several streets just looking at the lights, and I think folks in Selmer got a lot to be proud of this year. This is the first time event, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And if you weren't able to be here tonight that they had the Christmas tree lighting, you really missed something special. Just the spirit that was from the railroad tracks to the courthouse was amazing. Just people getting together and fellowshipping, and that happened right here. And I think everybody should be proud of that. Other events that you guys happened probably a great deal because of you and your support. Of course, the Rockabilly. I'm just kind of going back. We had a good 2012. Rockabilly was as big as it's ever been. We had some international guests this year, and already the foundation's in place for an even bigger and better year in 2013. I will tell you, and I guess I'm committing myself to it by telling you, letting the cat out of the bag. We have decided, the committee that's kind of over that, to initiate a Music Hall of Fame on behalf of the county, which will be located here in Selmer. We've got some people that are working on that and how that would be designated and markers that could go in place, but it will be put in place this June. So something else to be proud of, something that's going to bring people to town. The barbecue festival in November. It was 3 times bigger than the first one that we had. Alderman Smith there was a judge.
He's been on a diet since then.
Been on a diet since then. I'm surprised. So he can probably give some firsthand testimony to his part in it, but it was a great crowd. Absolute great crowd. Our cars that we have there, Melanie King does a car show. It close to doubled from the first year. Attendance probably doubled. It was just a great, great day. We know hotel rooms were occupied, not all of them, but some of them, and it was due to the event. So we see a trickle down effect from that. And of course, the ladder building that you guys have helped with some aspects of operations on there, thousands of folks have walked through that building. The first weekend alone, which was Rockabilly weekend that it was officially open, we estimate somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 people came through. That's huge. And of course, Arts and Magnolia's done a couple of productions there, literally hundreds. I know when they did The Hobbit, it was over the course of several nights, but they're estimating school children alone is probably between 700 and 1,000. Again, bringing people into the community, and hopefully they're leaving a dollar or two when they're in. I invite you this Thursday night or afternoon, if you have a few minutes. We will be holding our Christmas open house from 5 until 7. If you haven't visited the building, come visit. It's a great venue. We're very proud of it. Saturday, starting at 4 o'clock, we'll be partnering with AIM to show. So if you've got, and I see some kids in here, we're going to be showing Polar Express in the theater, and it's a really nice theater. And following it will be It's a Wonderful Life. So we're really trying to use that facility to do some things that are good for the people in our community. It's an absolute amazing facility, and it's good for us. But it's been a cram-packed year, and I know I'm leaving probably 20 or 30 things out, but a great deal of it was having been successful because you guys were good support for us.
Well, it certainly made a big difference, and I'm assuming we're going to try to make the Christmas tree lighting an annual event, aren't we?
That is the plan. In fact, I've gone on record as saying if it was too much work for somebody, we'll be glad to take it. It was too good to not do. It was some work. There were some logistical things, as with anything you do the first time. There were some electrical issues. Nothing bad, just not enough. So that's an easy fix. And I think Civil actually got some things worked out to where they could be lit at night and it wasn't too much pull on any one place. So, but there's some things we'll have to do, but those are good problems. Those are great problems. And there's some things that we can do in conjunction with the Christmas Tree Festival next year to actually maybe turn it into somewhat of a festival and keep people in town a little longer and give them some more events.
Well, Russ, thank you so much. Thank you for what you do for certainly the city and the county.
We love it. We absolutely love our home. So,
You guys got any questions, Amy? Paul, you don't have any questions?
Paul, I got a comment I'd like to make in terms of the Fall Hog Food Festival.
Yes, sir.
And that's, I know for this to get a bigger and better deal, we need to get that park to get it a little bigger and better for us to expand out in that other part of the park out there and to make this thing to keep growing and going. And
well,
we need to keep that vision for going for that.
Grant, and we're waiting on the paperwork and contracts right now. So that hopefully by next year that we'll have that park ready.
Y'all keep that working, keep working at that, okay?
Yeah, we're at a place where we have a really good problem with Rockabilly, Fall Hall, a couple of other events that take place in the county. We're at a place where we can keep doing what we're doing and there'll be great community events, but we're really knocking on that door. We can turn these things into regional and state attractions. I mean, we're there. It's just whether or not we want to take that step. It's a good problem to have. You guys don't have any questions? I've got another meeting I have to go to for an annual banquet, which we'd love for you guys to come to, and I'm sure you'll get an invitation to.
Thank you for coming, Russ.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Anyone else would like to address the board before we get started? Yes, sir.
I can defer mine to the end.
To the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't take no more than 45 minutes.
It's a good thing you're putting it at the end.
Yeah.
Well, we get started. We've got one item on our old business. It's the second reading of an ordinance amending the text of the Selmer Municipal Zoning Ordinance to permit mixing, packaging, and other small-scale artisan craft operations in the B1, which is general business, and B2, central business district, as special exceptions. I'll need a motion to approve the second reading.
So moved.
Got a motion? Got a second? Any discussion? If not, Ian, would you call the roll, please?
John Fennessy.
Yes.
Paul Simpson.
Yes.
Edward Smith.
Yes.
John Smith.
Yes.
Motion carried.
That concludes the old business. In new business, the first item is the approval of the resolution authorizing the execution of the amendment to the supply agreement with TIAC. For the audience, this is, TIAC is our gas supplier, natural gas supplier. And 2 or 3 years ago, we did a 20-year prepay buying gas forward with certain discounts to index. Goldman Sachs had made an offer to TIAC to, they wanted to retire $400 million worth of the bonds that we had floated. And as a consequence of that, what we'll do, the participants will take, over the next 17 years, a little less gas that we had contracted for, but for us canceling those bonds, they have funded the present value of the discount we would have gotten on the gas had we purchased it. And to the city of Selmer, it'll amount somewhere around $108,000 to $110,000 back into the gas department. So I'll need a motion to approve that resolution. Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Any discussion? If not, Ian, would you call the roll, please?
John Fennessy.
Yes.
Paul Simpson.
Yes.
Edward Smith.
Yes.
John Smith.
Yes.
Motion carried.
The next item of business is the appointment of John Fendelson to the Selmer McNary Industrial Development Board. This will be to replace Morris Frank Ham. And I'll got a motion? Got a second? Any discussion? If not, Ian, if you'll call the roll.
John Fennessy.
Pass.
Paul Simpson.
Yes.
Edward Smith.
Yes.
John Smith.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Well, it's a good thing you're good standing. That's quicker. The next item is the approval of the amended agreement with the county and 911 on our joint fire complex. And as I explained last night, that has to do with the term, I guess. Because y'all had that. I understand the county approved it last night. So I'll need a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Second. Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? And if you'll call the roll, please.
John Fennessy.
Yes.
Paul Simpson.
Yes.
Edward Smith.
Yes.
John Smith.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And the last item of business is to declare a 2008 Ford F-550 fire rescue truck as surplus.
So moved.
Motion to second, any discussion? If not, Ian, would you call the roll, please?
John Fennessy.
Yes.
Paul Simpson.
Yes.
Edward Smith.
Yes.
John Smith.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And that concludes our business of this evening. Mr. Sisk, would you like to say
I will
something?
try to get us out of here before 8:30.
Well, let me just tell you, if you ain't quick, you're gonna be by yourself.
But in all seriousness, Mayor, I look around, none of us are starving to death in here, I know that. But there are people in the county now that have absolutely no Christmas meal, much less anything else to eat during this season. And this season kind of brings home to the giving in a lot of us. And I would just like everybody to ask to remember the food banks. A lot of us don't know what hunger is. None of us, well, I do. I know what hunger is. I went through it growing up, and some of us in here did. But now, we need to turn it around and think about these food banks and what we can do for them. We don't want to be on that side of Scrooge. It says, or the prison's not open, or the treadmills, or the poor law's not working. We want to be on that side to help our brother out. And this is the time that anybody that can help out the food bank, think about it, pass the word along, do what you can. If you can't do anything, just keep in mind to pass the word along. People need it.
Good comments of this season, thank you.
I'd like to make another comment on that same scenario. The Methodist Church will be providing a supper meal for anyone that'd like to come. It'll be soup and cornbread. This will be Wednesday, the 19th, from 5 to 7 p.m.
Is that a week from tomorrow?
Week from tomorrow. That is correct.
Thank you, Bruce, I appreciate it. Anyone else? Well, if not, let me.
On behalf of the mayor and board, we would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. We won't meet again until next year. And we appreciate all the people who are working for Selmer. All the people done an extraordinary job, always from the street and sanitation department to the street department, the utility department, and the office staff and everybody. We appreciate what they do for us.
You stole my thunder, but good, I'm glad you stole it. So with that, let me wish all of y'all a Merry Christmas and hopefully a very prosperous 2013. And with that, thank you for coming. Good night.
The paper was out before I got here.
Was it really?
He was back in work.
Is it really? You got him a job back.
Got him.
Traveling for a long winter now.
Y'all get my birthday